be standing next to him on a Saturday night, or on the site in London protecting his back. He reflected again on the ironies, perhaps cruelties of life, that determined who and what you became almost as soon as you were born. We all start from different places, but the rules of the game never change. Learn to blend in and survive. He knew he could no more hold his own in whatever corridors of power, meeting rooms or conferences the suited brigade were heading off to face, just as he doubted he could survive something like Iraq or Afghanistan, as Luke appeared to have done. But then again, Joey thought, one of life's biggest ironies was that Luke probably wouldn't last 5 minutes on a United Nations building site. A bit like a cop being thrown into prison. Without the authority of greater firepower, he'd soon become an equal opportunities or health and safety casualty. That was something Joey was determined never to become, which was how the catch-up conversation had turned to why, in all walks of life, someone usually needed to give someone a good slapping. When you couldn't turn to or rely on the so-called forces of law and order or the rules and regs that governed life, when health and safety could stop you climbing a ladder but offered no guidance on what to do when you were shoved into a room by 3 guys demanding a commission on everything you earned, or they'd kill you, your wife and kids and dog. Or when everyone knew who the druggies were but kept saying they had to have proof. That was the common bond from battlefield to playing field, when natural justice had to take second place to bureaucratic process. That was what had pushed them over the line, especially when it came too close to Joey's own front door, when it put Tanya in danger. That's how he'd got involved. When Tanya, like Janey before her, had found herself fighting off some knife-wielding druggie. When Luke asked if it was time to act. Would he like him to sort it out? It was one simple word. Yes. That was it. That was how it all started. That one word, and what he was keeping from Natasha. His phone vibrated just as the train hurtled into the Kilsby tunnel, the twin vibrations causing Joey to jump. He looked at the text. Natasha's reply. You two, more each week, must talk tonight, LXXT. Must talk. He looked at the time, 6:15. Too early for the school run, he thought. I guess I didn't hide things too well after all. He went to reply, but whilst the tunnel was one of the engineering wonders built by Robert Stevenson on the London-Birmingham line in the mid-19th century, with the gradients, bends and railway beds still able to facilitate today's intercity flyers, Stevenson never envisaged mobile phone signals. Joey stared at the no-service icon. At least it would give him time to think. He's up to something, Sean. I know you're Joey, and his mate Luke. He's always been trouble. He was only back 5 minutes and he and Joey were in the police station. Sean was trying to keep up with this trail of feminine intuition as he dried off after his morning waterfall shower. He was going in late to give Sandra a lift. Is all this coming from seeing Joey talking to Luke in the Sanderson car park the other day? It's the way they were talking. Which was? The way the kids do when they don't want us to know what they're up to. Right. Is that it? Yes. Well, I could throw you a so what if you like, but what's really going on here is displacement. Enlighten me. Sandra stood, with her old Armani trouser suit in one hand, while she held in her stomach and looked in the mirror wall that lined their dressing room. If the Anglomania had been a bit tight, what was this going to be like after a couple of years? That. What? You having to go in and see the VAT man. So you think you have to squeeze into your old business suit. That's what's getting to you. Sandra let her stomach go. He was right. But you want me to look the part, don't you? You do, in whatever you wear, anywhere, any time. And, he added slightly wearily, we do own the place. You can wear what you like. I know, but I also know, she added, pulling her stomach in again, I want to look the part. Sean put his arm round her waist and pecked her neck. I love every bit of you. Every inch means a special memory. Well, that's the trouble, too many memories. And I've always hated this wall and mirror. Sean didn't want to remind her that she designed the dressing area, so tried more displacement theory. I don't know why you don't just buy yourself a new suit. I'm sure no one would notice that you've gone from a size 12 to size 12.5 or whatever size you ballooned to over the past 15 years or so.